Welcome to the Secret Sauce of Outsourcing podcast that's dedicated to making you better at working with online Filipino specialists. This is episode 389. OFS without access to banks. How does that work? So I recently talked about telling stories of different people in the Philippines and employers, and today we're going to tell another story. So today is Hershey's story. Hershey comes from a small town in the Philippines, and it's really interesting. Every time I get one of these stories back, I'm really surprised at how similar and how different certain parts of their stories are. We often see videos of people's houses and it's like, oh wow, that looks very American, or oh wow, that looks like other Filipino houses that I've seen. Some of them are very different, some of them are very, very similar. And with Hershey, we're seeing some of that again. So from this very remote town, her mom acts as the ATM for the town, which is really, really interesting. She worked at a sari-sari store growing up, which I've seen and been to, sari-sari stores, but they're very different than the way that my culture works. Yet it's the same thing as what my son talks about all the time. I recently had a conversation with one of my OFS about banks and how some banks don't support SWIFT, which would be the international transfer protocol, and how they deal with a bank that can't do that, or what their options are. When we talked about it, I didn't talk about how you would get your cash out, because she has an ATM, the person I was talking to. Hershey, in their town, they don't have an ATM, so her mom acts as the ATM. And that's one of the roles that her mom and her mom's business fills in the community. So this is a really amazing story. Hershey is really, really articulate. It's really cool to see another person that, and for you, if you're watching this, if this is the first one you're watching, yeah, you can find people like Hershey. If this isn't the first one of these stories you're seeing or hearing, well, you're starting to get the idea that, yeah, there's really talented people out there, and they're all over the place. They're not that hard to find. So here we go. Here comes Hershey's story. If you're watching this on YouTube, you get to see it. If you're listening to it on a podcast, you're just going to hear it, but really, really good. Here we go.
There are no ATMs in our area since it's very remote. We don't have banks there. Instead of the ATM or the machine itself releasing the money, it would be my mom from her drawer. Hi, my name is Hershey Saloma. I am 29 years old. I live in Santo Tomas City, Batangas. I am an online Filipino specialist and I work as a writer. I write content for courses, emails for email marketing, scripts for YouTube and TikTok, product descriptions as well for Amazon stores, and I also write for social media. I've been working with my current employer for 2 years now. I search for copywriting position because I actually worked in the past as an English teacher in my previous university. The first project that my client asked me to do was a full-blown course about selling in the Amazon platform. The course is composed of around 200 videos, 10 to 15 minutes long, in a span of 6 months. After that project, he trusted that I can manage his product descriptions, writing it, uploading the product itself in his Amazon stores. And until now, I am already managing 3 stores for him. So I grew up in Gamay, Northern Samar. It's actually a very far-flung area, 8 hours away from the nearest airport. My family actually owns a one-stop shop for everything that you might need, from food on your pantry to your table, even for your health needs. So we actually are a mini drugstore. In the Philippines, that's what you call a sari-sari store. We are also into fisheries. So at one point, my family owned boats. Right now, what's actually booming in our family business is the ATM card swiper. There are no ATMs in our area since it's very remote. We don't have banks there. We have this little gadget where I think they call that a POS system or something, where you insert your card and then you would type in your PIN code, the amount of money that you're going to in cash. Instead of the ATM or the machine itself releasing the money, it would be my mom from her drawer. Despite the family business earning a good income each month, we actually didn't live a life of luxury because that income would be used to support the extended family, which would total around 10, 15 people. That would include the uncles, the grannies and the cousins. My mom is a very entrepreneurial person. Her helpers in her sari-sari store are her kids. So on top of making sure that I'm getting good grades, I was also tasked to man the sari-sari store. I thought then, when I was young, that it was normal. But later on, when I would see my classmates, bonding after school, but I am not allowed to, join them to rest when my knees are hurting or my hips are feeling heavy from standing too long. When that realization hit, I felt like I'm trapped. Despite feeling trapped, actually, it was a great training ground for me. Having that first-hand experience in managing my mom's and my dad's multiple small businesses on this side and our main store, I was trained in accounting, in inventory management, in sales talk, in customer service or client handling. Everything that I am effectively doing right now in my job, it's also the byproduct of my training in my younger years. When my employer was looking for a video editor, I suggested that my husband would apply. If given confidential data or information by my employer, we take it with utmost confidentiality. We do not share it with anybody. It's just between the three of us. And if requested that I only know, I wouldn't share it with my husband. Onlinejobs.ph has impacted our life in such a way that we are fulfilled every day. We wake up not really stressed or worried. We actually have more time together as husband and wife. I'm really happy and fulfilled with the tasks that I'm doing right now because it also speaks within my passion. So it doesn't really feel like I'm working. Onlinejobs.ph helped us to live independently without anybody supporting us. It has allowed us to sustain a lifestyle that is peaceful and really fulfilling in all aspects.